Ndị be anyị ekele m unu n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sị na ya dịrị ndị Igbo na mma. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Igbo Media ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasara maka anụ Igbo and Igbo community and ihe debe na Nigeria. Ya bụ ife ka anyị na-ewetara unu na Igbo Media. Dịka isi wee na-esonye anyị, ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị ị na-abịa n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo Media. Ekpa ka you subscribe and turn on your notification ka you miss any of our updates dịka anyị na-etikwu ya n'ilu akwụkwọ kwa mgbe. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ya wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa gbasara maka ka ya bụ ife si ada and gbasara maka ka ya bụ ife si akpọtụ n'ala Igbo. Biko mma achọ ka ige ya bụ ife. Ihe bụ ihe Biafran Chief of Staff bụ Ngozi Orabueze kwuru n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasara maka ka o si ada na Finland and gbasara maka Biafran Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa. So igecha ya bụ ife idropụra ife iche n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasara maka ihe bụ ife ndị a niile okwu. Alright, over to you.
Nigerian police uniform or military or Ebuka or Dogachi in Biafra territory, they are terrorists and they must leave our land, because we will protect our new nation. To bring about and talk about those spreading false information in Ghana about Biafrans. Biafrans, we do not occupy anybody's land. We don't conquer people's land. Biafrans are well-bred, innocent citizens. Any country where they find themselves in the world, they submit themselves to the law of the land. So when you have some paid agents of Tinubu and Christopher Musa spreading lies about Biafrans in Ghana, that Biafrans are coming to take over, please do not listen to such misinformation spread by the Nigerian state. They go about everywhere in the world to use misinformation to make the countries where Biafrans are to go against those Biafrans. I'm telling our Ghanaian friends, Biafrans are your true friends. And very soon, Biafrans in your land, we will start going home. It is the terrorist state of Nigeria that have made Biafrans to run away from their homes. And also other indigenous Nigerians that run away from Nigeria across the world. It is the terrorist state of Nigeria, Tinubu and Christopher Musa, that made them run away. Because they bring in, reintegrate terrorists into the Nigerian state. But I'm glad Nigeria is breaking down into those three major areas right now. The Biafrans have already gotten their independence. The Oduduwas, they are going, and the Arawas are going. That is the only thing that will stop the killings. That would be the only thing that will make people to live in a country where they will rise to their highest potential without being mowed down by the reintegrated terrorists reported by Tinubu and Christopher Musa. I also wanted to let any country in the world, any action you met out to Biafrans with the engineering of the Nigerian state, you have your own people inside Biafra land, inside Nigeria. We will go after anybody. If you go after our people in your country, we will go after your people in either inside Nigeria or Biafra land. And we have that access. We have that power to do that. So do not hunt down innocent Biafrans. They are law-abiding citizens. They already went through enough trauma from the hand of the Nigerian terrorist state. Do not add to their problems. Do not add to their trauma. Anywhere in the world. I also want to warn those delegitimized Southeast and South governors that are using the name of NNAMDI to be talking about any election. United States of Biafra is a sovereign state. We organize our election in our land. The United States of Biafra must defend our land from foreign invaders from the Nigerian state representing the Nigerian government. We must protect our land. The United States of Biafra is moving into a well-structured democratic process. Our constitution is in place. We are going to use that as quickly as we situate our country to start conducting our elections in our land. Anybody representing Nigeria state in our land talking about election, we Biafrans, we will make sure that only the election organized by Biafrans will stay in Biafra land and in Biafra territory. So, the delegitimized governor, stop using the name of NNAMDI Kanu for anything. He don't know you. You don't know him. You all work against him. You all work against Simon Ekpa. You were all part of the plot with the Nigerian state. Just let them alone. Leave their names alone. I want to also use this opportunity to let Biafrans know that those that are plotting to destabilize the United States of Biafra and Brigi and de facto that we are planted inside us by the Nigerian state, they continue to work every day. But we Biafrans are their end. Some of you may have seen the one called Elias that is acting as, in bracket, as a lobbyist. Those of you Biafran that we are in Finland between November 29th and December the 3rd, you all remember the Eritrean government in exile. And this Elias represented the lobbying firm, Moran Globus represented the lobbying firm for the Eritrean government in exile. But as we speak, either today, you can see the one called Elias posted. They've now switched to another government, in Eritrean government in exile, supporting that government against that Eritrean government in exile that was in Finland with us. That Elias posted it on his website. So those of you Biafrans that are still thinking, is this true? What are they doing? I think with this singular action they've done, you are going to be very, very clear. It's very clear to you that this Elias and the company he represents works against Biafra. And I believe they are part of what happened to our Prime Minister. As that Elias is currently working against that Eritrean government in exile. Badura, whom both of them were in Finland, he was representing him in Finland. Now he switched. The company, they switched now to fact. Because it's about who paid them more. That is it. That's the kind of lobbying they do. The criminal lobbying. Who pays them more? That is who they go for. So obviously, the Nigerian state, working in partnership with some ex-Brigi people whom they've paid, probably may have or may not war them. So the same thing they're doing now to the Eritrean government in exile. The same thing they try to do for USP, even though some of we caught it earlier and cut off the cancer. The same thing the Armenian government they were representing, they've cut them off already. So now know what they do. It is in the open. So we all know that Elias, that's why Elias and Dabiru suing the United States of Biafra, they were suing Simon Ekpa because they think Simon Ekpa will never come out. But you know what? We are here. You will meet us. You will meet the Brigade cabinet, not even Simon Ekpa. We will match you back to back, bumper to bumper. It's a promise.
Even more.
Even more. No matter how you pretend, this Elias Gorasulas, no matter how you pretend, no matter how you plot, no matter how you try to pretend, using some gullible Brigade, some ex-Brigade cabinet members, using them to think you can destroy what we built, is dead on arrival. So continue to do what you're doing as the world continue to open your criminality and what you are doing to work with governments that suppress and deal with innocent citizens. Manakibasa, Elia and Dabiri, in this last race, you both of you will know. You will, and those you work with in the ex-Brigade cabinet, in this last race, you will see what you bargained for or what you never bargained for. But go collect more money from the Nigerian state because the money they gave you, it will not be enough. I want to let the world know that the United States of Biafra is a sovereign state. We have only one government. It's a continuum. Only one government, the United States of Biafra. And in that government, we have the Biafra Republic government in exile. We have the de facto homeland, 3 in 1. Anybody pretending, acting, or as if there's any other thing that exists, those are the criminal paid agents of the Nigerian state that are already failing Yakata in different areas with their agent. Because Biafrans have gone through a lot. So we know when they rear their ugly head and we will cut it off. I want to let Biafrans know that the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Defense Forces continue to protect our land. Any Biafran that lies to or misinforms Biafrans, you will pay the price for that. Though it's a lie, because our Biafra Liberation Forces, the Biafra Defense Forces, our Biafra Liberation Army, you will not see them online. What they do is close to their heart. They'll continue to protect our land. But any single Biafran, any Biafran that comes out to say he or she is happy that Biafran Liberation Army or Biafran Defense Forces are killed, that person is evil. And Biafrans, you need to ask that person who he or she is working for. Again, because of ignorance, some people think this is about Dr. Robweze or Simon Ekpa or NNAMDI. That is the level and the kind of ignorance that have stopped our full restoration of our country. Thank God we flushed all of them out. But when you have individuals make such statements, it just points to the fact that they are working with the Nigerian state while they are pretending to be seeking for the restoration of Biafra. How else could a genuine Biafra go against the work of the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Defense Forces? Not true. Genuine Biafra will do that. But all we have to say is we are keeping records. Again, I want to use this opportunity to tell Biafrans, when people come to tell you they want peace, peace. As a genuine Biafra, you need to first ask that person, what is the peace about? Peace for what? For whom? For how? For where? If they don't answer you these questions, please ignore them. These are distractors paid by the Nigerian state to disrupt what we are doing. Before somebody talks to you about peace, you need to ask him or her, peace for what? Peace for what? Peace from where? You cannot claim you want to make peace for what you don't know about. If somebody had a problem with NNAMDI, the person must wait for NNAMDI to come out before talking about peace with NNAMDI. If somebody had an issue with the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, the right thing is to wait for the Prime Minister to come out before you talk about peace with the Prime Minister or with the government. This government is not about an individual. So the peace that some people are talking about, genuine Biafra, you will ask them, what is the peace about? Where is it coming from? Who did you hurt? Because if somebody did not hurt me, I can see somebody coming to tell me, oh, Dr. Robweze, I want to make peace with you. My first question is, where did I go wrong? What is the peace about? The only peace that we will make is a peace that will be initiated by the United States of Biafra cabinet. That is the only peace. So anybody that is coming to you privately, telling you, oh, we have to make this peace for this, please do not just ignore them. These are people that have no clue at all, what we're doing. They get carried away by the talks from different entities. Do not let them distract you. Don't give them even 1 second. When some people are talking about making peace with somebody like Madugu, Benjamin, Chike, Imapowafu, the one in Ghana, selling these people that are working round in hand with the Nigerian government to destroy the restoration of Biafra. Then somebody will come out and tell you, oh, we want peace. Or if all of us don't have peace, we will not. No, do not listen to them. These are paid agents of the Nigerian state. And that peace is not for you to make. No. That's why I say before anybody talk to you about peace, ask them, peace from where? For what? How? Where? When? Because you can't jump into what you don't know. This government cannot jump into what we don't know. We can only address things that we see, things we know about. Anything that happened with you and Wazulike with your group, you must go keep it there and wait for Wazulike and go solve it. It is for this United States of Biafra government and which I was chief of staff and in charge in the absence of our prime minister or the de facto homeland you will bring it to the USB cabinet. And that peace will be made on an individual by individual basis, organization by organization basis, based on the role that everyone played in this whole process. So do not jump into what you don't know, and do not let them deceive you into that. Again, all of us are fully aware there is nothing like IPOB as an organization. Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa made that clear. So we all are the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, as a people. But there's nothing like IPOB as an organization, because these are the people working closely with the Nigerian state. They are part of what happened to NNAMDI. They plotted and planned the kidnap of NNAMDI from Kenya. They plotted, they are part of what happened to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Those are the people called IPOB organization. So as far as the bringing the state of Biafra government is concerned, there is nothing like IPOB organization. So when you see some of them running from here to here, saying they're opening office, that these are paid agents of the Nigerian state, they are all coming out right now from their hides, from their hiding places to pretend as if working for
the light has gone.
So there's nothing like them. And do not be deceived by their criminality. All they are coming out to do right now is to deceive people that we are not truly following Onyendo and following Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. And this is for them, not those that we are truly following here. You all also know there's nothing like ESN. Our Prime Minister collapsed all the good structures, those that were truly for this struggle, those who are truly and genuinely following the restoration of Biafra, was restored, was collapsed from ESN into the BLA and BDF. Only BLA and BDF are the only security apparatus we have right now to protect our land. And they are all independent in the 40 states of Biafra. The governors of all these states is the chief security officer they need to do. So there's nothing like ESN. Any delegitimized governor that comes out to tell you that there is nothing like there is something like ESN, they are just misinforming and deceiving the people. Do not be carried away with that. We only have the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Defense Forces under the state commanders in their homeland. In the confederate, we are running a confederacy, so each state is independent. The decisions, the opinions taken for the protection of each state in Biafra land lies in the hand of the state governors and the state commanders. It is their job to protect their state. It is their job to develop the county commanders in the 15 counties and the districts and the wards. It is their job to protect their state from the
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nne ka unu si wee na na n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo media bebe si wee wetara onye bụ ozi gịnị ka ikwu gbasara maka ihe ndị a niile wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa kapara ketụsa ya bụ ozi ka ọdụtụ ụmụnne anyị dọzọ n'ebe dị iche iche ntị maka ọ sị ọ nụrụ si ma gịnị ya kara nwanne ya ngwana ka emesịa na ụmụnne m